What's going on, y'all? Tech Me out here, and today I am super excited because with me I have the Studio Display, and the second being the Mac Studio, and this is the Ultra version. So we're gonna put the Studio down here. If I remember correctly, when I did my iMac unboxing, Apple has it in a way where in the box, the back of the computer is this side, so it matches what it's showing on the box. So this should be the front. Oh, I forgot, there's a pull handle here. There's arrows along the left and the right, so you're actually gonna push this open. Oh, it's like a little puzzle. Now, the only other item in here outside of the monitor is this little box here, which has, okay, arrows, there we go. So here we have a USB-C to USB-C cable with Thunderbolt technology. And outside of that, we just have some paper. Ooh, a nice surprise. Some black Apple stickers. Interesting, okay, I see. It matches with the black braided cable, which is also the same braided cable that we have connected to the actual display here. Because they haven't released black Apple stickers, have they, before? It's a very premium unboxing experience. Like, the experience isn't just in the monitor. Oops, it's in here too. Okay, so the Studio Display, it starts off at $1,600. The one that I have is the Studio Display Standard with the tilt arm. Let's go ahead and get this off so we can appreciate it in all of its glory. The last time I've seen a display like this was at an Apple event when they first launched the XDR display. I want to say that's the first time I've seen their monitors, but I've never personally had one. You know how usually the monitors, when you get an iMac, it's like that fabric material? This is more like paper. All right, so get the cable out. Alrighty then. I know there was a neater way to go about this, Lord. So we have our power cable here, and it does stay attached in there so it doesn't detach. And then as far as tilt goes, let's take a look. This is as far back, and this is as far forward. It's like a widescreen iMac, but this isn't a widescreen monitor, right? Yeah. So I'll say for me, I am moving from a 49-inch monitor to this. So I'm really interested to see my experience because I love the width of my timeline when I'm editing, so. Now, this does have a couple of ports along the back here, and it has built-in speakers as well. But port-wise, we have 3 USB-C and 1 Thunderbolt port. Oh, but the cool thing about this monitor that other monitors don't have is a built-in webcam. And this one is 12 megapixels. I really like the design of this though. It's giving me very much iMac vibes. And on top of that, the stand here reminds me of the trackpad. You know, like how the size of the trackpad look? This just looks like a bigger version of the trackpad attached to the back of the monitor. Now keep in mind too, when you're picking out the monitor that you want, whatever configuration that you choose for the stand, you're kind of stuck with, so choose wisely. We're gonna power this on, but we need something to connect it to. Let's get into that Mac Studio with that M1 Ultra. This is neat. I don't have a box like this from Apple. You know, I'm used to the iPhone box, an iMac box, a MacBook box, but I haven't had anything with this type of body to have an unboxing like this. So box-wise, we have this along the front, Apple logos along the side, and then the port system along the back. Let's get this pull tab open. Nice. It's the same unboxing format for each product, you know? So I already knew to kind of open it like this because I learned my lesson the first time. All right, now let's get this out. Nice. And we also have the power cable, again, a black braided cable. And then paperwork-wise, information, and then a huge black Apple sticker. All right, let's get into this plastic. Not plastic, paper actually. That works too. Nice. This is hefty. This, I'm interested to know the weight of this. If it's the same weight as the iMac, as the Studio Display, because it feels heavier than the Studio Display, but it feels very solid. Like this is a nice premium package, I will say. I love the build of this. Doesn't take up a lot of desk real estate. So along the front here, we have 2 USB-C ports, an SD card slot, and an LED indicator here. Now I do want to notate that these ports right here, they are Thunderbolt 4 on the Ultra model only and USB-C on the M1 Max. But along the back, all of the models have Thunderbolt 4. So we got 4 Thunderbolt ports back here, Ethernet, power, 2 USB, HDMI, a headphone port, and your power. Now, in case you don't get the Studio Display and you just get this, it does have built-in speakers as well, which we'll test out and see how they sound. Now, I do want to also mention that I also have the Magic Mouse, the Magic Trackpad, and the Magic Keyboard with Touch ID. The new thing about these is the color. But let's see what the experience is like with this powered on. So this is the same display in the iMac 27-inch? Mm-hmm. No wonder it feels like an iMac, because it is. Oh, did you hear that bass line? I like the fact that this has good speakers because then I don't need to rely on externals. But let's see what the audio sounds like from the Mac Studio. Now, speaker-wise, the Mac Studio is definitely not the one you can lean on. You can lean on the speakers from the Studio Display. This right here, you don't need any external speakers if you don't want to, which means you can keep that clean setup, which is what I personally like. But the Studio, the Mac Studio itself, you would think with the price tag, the speakers would hit a little better, but I'm here to report, unfortunately, they don't. I want to say if you want to think of something comparable to me, at least that these match up with from the Studio Display, it's more aligned with the speaker quality from the new MacBook Pros. All right, new day, new thoughts. I realized I had some more to say before I wrap this video up. Firstly, the Studio. I think we kind of have an idea of who that's for. I would say creative professionals for certain, those that are doing like YouTube videos and things like that, those that are possibly on a Mac Mini and want a computer that offers a little bit more, but isn't a full-on iMac, but with more testing, of course, we'll isolate the actual audience it's for. But the monitor, though, that's the one I've been really struggling with figuring out the target audience. So I can see Apple enthusiasts buying it. I can also see those that want like a simple workflow and things that kind of naturally integrate into their existing Apple ecosystem, or those that just love the design, because I mean, it is a beautiful monitor at the end of the day, and it complements the entire setup just perfectly. But outside of that circle, I'm just interested to hear from you all, like, who's eyeing this and why? And the other thing I want to mention is price. So the cheapest option for this setup is $3,600. I also feel this setup would be really great for photographers. But the thing about the monitor at the end of the day is that it's in its own field. And I think that's been the argument for it. It's basically in its own lane and in its own field. Now, for those of you that are interested in this, it is currently available for purchase. I'll link it down below for you so you can check it out. As much as I want to test the camera, Apple does have to, update some things for it to work effectively. So I'm going to hold off on it right now as it is under construction and included in my review. But I'm gonna end it here, y'all. Please make sure you drop your questions down below so that when I do actually create the review video, I can address some of your concerns as well. But feel free to also keep up with me on Instagram at TechMeOut, that's TechMe0UT. I'll be updating you on this video, other videos, and just other things in general that are going on in my life. But that's gonna be it for this one. As always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.